Hello, I'm Ivan Schumann. My guest this morning is Eldon Kibbey, Director of CBMC Indiana. Good morning, Eldon. Thank you for being on the show. Eldon, CBMC, can you tell our audience what that is?
Connecting businessmen to Christ.
Okay. Now, how long has that been? How long have you been involved with that?
I've been involved for over 30 years, and been on staff with CBMC Indiana for 8 years.
Okay. Now, why was it created, the CBMC?
It started in 1930 in Chicago. There was a survey done on the Loop that determined that businessmen were more interested in talking about religion with other businessmen than with a pastor, a rabbi, or a priest. And so out of that came a drive by businessmen to share the claims of Christ with other businessmen.
Okay, now has that been very successful as far as outreach within the corporations?
It's now in 80 countries and throughout the United States, and we're celebrating our 75th year, so it seems to be working somewhere.
Now, the main purpose is just to work with individuals that are believers of Christ, or actually an outreach to get people?
An outreach and in-reach, sharing the claims of Christ with business and professional men, and then training them to carry out the Great Commission. Mm-hmm. So we are very much interested in using it as a vehicle to reach businessmen for Christ. There are ministries that deal with the down and outers. We're looking at the up and outers, the people who are going to hell in a Mercedes.
Okay. Now you have. Can you tell us a little bit about what the functions are? I know that you have monthly luncheons and also seminars. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We have several weekly Bible study breakfasts around the Indianapolis area, as well as in some of the other cities in Indiana. We do a lot of one-on-one discipleship or mentoring over a cup of coffee, sharing Bible studies and working in men's lives. So our basic thing is transforming business leaders into spiritual leaders.
Okay. Now, it seems that you had a program called the Timothy Project, right? Operation
Timothy is our discipleship, one-on-one discipleship program. It comes out of 2 Timothy 2:2, where Paul told Timothy to find faithful men who would teach others. It works for multi-level marketing. It works for spiritual reproduction as well.
Okay, can you tell us about what the core values would be?
Preeminence of Christ, life-on-life relationships, focused on Operation Timothy, team, and generational reproduction.
Okay. Now, one of the other things that you had was that, what is your vision for that, for the organization?
We want to spread the claims of Christ to businessmen throughout the state of Indiana, developing those kind of groups throughout the area. And my vision is to see a discipling men's leader in every neighborhood who could be working with not only his business cohorts, but his family, his neighborhood, church, and business leaders.
But of course, that's working through businesses, correct?
Obviously, one businessman at a time.
That's it. Now, Eldon, can you tell me? You said that I believe you're going to be having a few events coming up very shortly.
One of the things that we do is sponsor mayor's prayer breakfasts throughout the country, and we have 2 of those events coming up shortly. March 10th, which is Friday morning, we do Hamilton County prayer breakfast up at the Ritz-Charles, and our speaker there is the Colts chaplain Ken Johnson. And then the next day down in Greenwood, Saturday morning, March 11th, Congressman Mike Pence will be our speaker there. And the congressman is a CBMCer. He was discipled through Operation Timothy.
Now, can you tell our audience who would they get in contact if they want some more information?
They can contact me at my phone number.
It's on the screen, I think.
Is right on the screen, and my email, and I would be very happy to discuss that with them, get them a reservation for either of those events.
Eldon, thank you for being on our show, and look forward to seeing you in the future.
Thank you, Ivan.
Teresa, back to you.
Thanks, Ivan. My guest coming up is the charity expert He's established over 2,000 charities around the world, including for tsunami victims. Stay tuned for Stuart Sobel right after this.
Temperatures cold enough to kill, and the victims may no longer be our loved ones.
You can actually watch the ice ball